great friends with each other. Oprah said, I might not excoriate you, I wouldn't insult you, but if I didn't love the book, I wouldn't tell you so. And that's what I'm telling you. This book is special. This book really, really is special. The Ride of a Lifetime. Lessons learned for 15 years as CEO of the Walt Disney Company. The one and only Bob Iger with yours truly. Hour number 2 of the Stephen A. Smith Show. That would be less than an hour from now. Let me get to what happened last night. Because what you witnessed last night was something so significant that it may have quelled all the euphoria, all the enthusiasm, all the suspense percolating out of the National Football League as it pertained to the AFC Conference. Because you see, as we look at the undefeated New England Patriots and we see Tom Brady and Bill Belichick doing what they do, being undefeated thus far, having dominion over the AFC East and in all likelihood the conference, regardless of the greatness of Deshaun Watson or the elevated level of play of the Indianapolis Colts, even with Andrew Luck retired and Jacoby Brissett at the helm. The reality is that when you look at the AFC, you thought about two teams. You thought about the New England Patriots, the 3-time reigning defending champions of the AFC, and you thought about Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, last night, all of that may have changed. We still don't have news about the MRI and what it has revealed. But courtesy of a quarterback sneak called by Andy Reid, in which Patrick Mahomes went into a pile looking to get 1 yard on a 4th and 1 play. He got his knee all messed up. He laid on the ground writhing in pain, took off his helmet, walked off the field on his own, but nevertheless his right knee clearly is not right. He left the game. He did not return. And according to our very own Adam Schefter and others, he could be out as little as 3 weeks. Or if there is tear, he could be gone for the rest of the season. And I think we all know that if he's gone for the rest of the season, Andy Reid in his 21st year, arguably with his best shot at a Super Bowl title, because he's never won one in his 21 years of coaching. That's not an insult. Andy Reid is a great coach and a good man who I've known for many years. But the bottom line is he's never won a Super Bowl title. Here's the reality of the situation. Regardless of what you saw the Kansas City Chiefs do last night, running roughshod over the Denver Broncos, sacking Joe Flacco and the stationary target that he is 8 different times, and completely neutralizing Denver's offense en route to a 30-6 victory in the Mile High City. The bottom line is this: ain't a snowball's chance in hell that the Kansas City Chiefs, with Matt Moore as their quarterback, is going to win a Super Bowl title or go to a Super Bowl without Patrick Mahomes. Now, I could bring up the obvious. Why don't you give Colin Kaepernick a call? Particularly since the Kansas City Chiefs hierarchy a couple of years ago was on record saying they'd bring him in. Why don't you bring him in now? You certainly got a spot. That would be nice. Just for the record, I just saw Colin Kaepernick the other day. He looks in phenomenal shape. You should give him a call. But that's neither here nor there. What's going on right now is that Patrick Mahomes is out. Now, there's been a debate. And some people, most NFL aficionados, they're not excoriating Andy Reid, nor should they. They didn't have any problem with the play that was called. They didn't have any problem with him calling Patrick Mahomes' number. They didn't have any problem with Patrick Mahomes running with the football. It was a fluke play in which, normally nobody gets hurt there. I understand that. And that's why Andy Reid shouldn't be vilified for this. But I will say this. Look, people, he's Patrick Mahomes. You don't know that it might not be in your best interest not to give him the football. You don't know that it might not be in your best interest to be a bit paranoid there, I say, and elevate your level of caution. He's Patrick Mahomes. He's that important to your franchise. Why not give the ball to somebody else to hand off? You were playing against the Denver Broncos. It wasn't like you actually needed to score every point in order to win this game. You're going to beat them anyway. You got Tyreek Hill back. You got Shady McCoy averaging over 5 yards a carry. You got Travis Kelce there. You got Robinson there. What's the problem? Why his number got to be called? He already came into the game with a messed up ankle. Why even do anything? That's my knock against Andy Reid. Truly is. That's my only issue. Why even call his number? For what? Why not be extra cautious? Why not be damn near paranoid? It ain't like Alex Smith is his backup, because we know Alex Smith could play if he were healthy. Patrick Mahomes' predecessor as the starting quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs before Patrick Mahomes came onto the scene. You got Matt Moore there. You ain't expecting them to do anything. You need Patrick Mahomes out there. Why take any chance? That's my issue. For what? What sense did that make? But Andy Reid did it anyway. And as a result of that, now we're sitting here and we're wondering what's going to transpire with the Chiefs moving forward. And I got news for you. As far as I'm concerned, if Patrick Mahomes comes back, I don't give a damn if Patrick Mahomes sits out the rest of the regular season. I think this brother could miss 9 games and come back on that football field and play like he didn't miss a step. I truly believe in Patrick Mahomes to that level. I really do. But if there's any threat at all of him not being 100%, sit him out for the rest of the season. He is the future of this franchise. Come back another year. They got Green Bay next week. They got Minnesota after that. They got road games at Tennessee and at the Los Angeles Chargers. Then they got a bye week, okay, after those 4 games before taking on the Oakland Raiders and the New England Patriots and the Bears and the Chargers in 4 of their last 5 games. The only break appears to be Denver on their home turf. They got a monster schedule. And a legitimate argument could be made that, you know what, they might not even make the damn playoffs without Patrick Mahomes. I still think they will. But I got to tell you something right now. I don't jeopardize this kid at all. He's the future. If I'm the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't take any chances. None at all. I lean on the rest of my crew. I got Damian Williams and LaShawn McCoy as my running backs. I got Hardman. I got Tyreek Hill. I got Kelce. Watkins eventually will be back. I got DeMarcus Robinson. I'm sorry, I got Andy Reid coaching. I got a high-octane offense. Look, I got to try something. Defense wasn't that bad. They're awful against the run. They can't stop the run to save their life. But every place else, the Kansas City Chiefs appear to be decent. All I'm saying is, you don't take any chances now. You shouldn't have taken the chance with him last night, regardless of how fluky that was. And you damn sure shouldn't take any chances with him now. It's just that simple. There's nothing to debate. Be safe than sorry. 888-SAY-ESPN. It's 888-729-3776. Let me transition from football to a little basketball for a second because I'm a bit annoyed. I'm sorry, from football to a little baseball because I'm a bit annoyed. Let me just say, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the Houston Astros. Series is over. Yankees are done. Yankees are down 3-1 in this series. And you got Verlander and Garrett Cole to deal with. It's over. It's over. And I don't know about anybody else, but I just find myself being so ticked off with Brian Cashman, the general manager for the Yankees. I don't know what to do with myself. First of all, Aaron Boone, who I respect and like a great deal. What's up with all of these errors your team committed last night? It's about 4 different errors. Yankees just looked pathetic and sloppy. Just embarrassingly sloppy. Have y'all not figured out what the Houston Astros do to win? First of all, they got their own studs with Altuve and Correa and Bergman and those boys. Bregman and those boys. Listen, these are who they are. That's number 1. Number 2, Hinch is a pretty damn good manager. Number 3, Their pitching, which should be number one, that should be number one on my list. Their pitching is just elite. Number 4, they always put the ball in play. These damn Yankees strike out all the damn time. Everybody love Aaron Judge. How many times you going to strike out? Giancarlo Stanton, you only played about 18 games this year. You come back in the playoffs, you smack a home run in game 1 in Houston, you win that game, and then all of a sudden there's a damn APB out on you. What are you doing that you can't play? What are you doing? This is baseball. I mean, what the hell is going on? Is it just me, John? Is it just me? It's baseball. I mean, unless you got a back issue, what's the problem? You're standing out in the field eating pumpkin seeds. That's assuming you ain't DHing, hoping the ball comes your way so you ain't out there just collecting a tan. And somehow, some way, you hurt in the midst of a $300 million contract. I mean, it's sickening. It really is. Mayu, you've been looking like an MVP candidate for most of the season. You get into the playoffs against the Astros, suddenly you can't field. I mean, this stuff, but here's why, with all of that being said, here's why the person on my mind, and look at me when I'm talking to you, John. Here's why the person on my mind is Cashman. What was I complaining about before the trading deadline? What did I sit right on this damn show and complain about before the trading deadline? Now, I know Greinke had one of them trade clauses you only see in baseball where, you know what, he gets to choose where he wants to go. He gets to sit up there and say, you can pick 10 teams to choose from. Don't trade me to the Yankees. I get that. And I understand, Brian Cashman, that you couldn't get Greinke. And by the way, I ain't that damn sold on him anyway. But you couldn't get anybody? Wasn't it Cashman, John, correct me if I'm wrong, who said we have enough? Wasn't it Brian Cashman that said we ain't worried about nothing? We believe in our staff. We're confident. In what? You got Garrett Cole and Verlander to go up against. Who the hell is better than them? It ain't Tanaka, who, by the way, showed who he really was after his low ERA of 1.13 or whatever the hell it was, coming into the postseason last night. He gets smacked around. What are you going to give me next? Paxson? I'm supposed to be sold on him and his +5 ERA? What are you going to give me, J-Hap? I mean, at this rate, John, let me ask you a question. Why don't we just give CeCe Sabathia a bowl of Crunch Berries and let him go out on the mound? Why don't we just do that? I mean, Brian Cashman, I'm so ticked off right now. How many years do y'all need evidence that the Yankees never, ever, ever respond to strong pitching in the postseason? How many times do y'all need to see that? You Severino and you go on the hill. You think you're going to go up against Cole or somebody and be able to give up 3 runs? It don't work that way. You got to bring your A+ game. And somehow that never happens with the Yankees. It never happens. And you know what I'm getting? You know where I'm really getting sick and tired with Cashman? And I respect Cashman, and I know he does a great job for the most part. But let me tell you what really is bothering me about him. Brian Cashman, John, seems to be one of those dudes that getting to the postseason now is good enough. We're competitive. We're in the mix. We are challenging for a title. That seems to be him and Hank and Hal, a resident sitcom running the Yankees. That seems to be their MO now. See, if it's George Steinbrenner, we got a problem. You better sprinkle in a few titles here and there. I can't have Boston Red Sox winning more titles than me in this millennial. I can't have that. But that's what's going on. And when the Yankees lose this series, and it'll be by game 6 at the latest, if not tonight, it'll be by game 6 at the latest. Let me assure y'all of something. Okay? You're going to hear him talking. We had a good season. I don't want to hear that. You're the Yankees with that amount of firepower. All you had to do was go out and get some pitching. I know it's a long shot, John. I know the Mets ain't trying to do business with you, but damn, DeGrom, somebody, figure it out, man. Figure it out. Yankees are content. Boy, I wish Michael Kay was on the phone with me right now. The Yankees are content. I've learned that. I figured it out, ladies and gentlemen. I figured it all out. The New York Yankees are content with being contenders. That's what this is. See, the Astros went for it. You already had Cole and Verlander, John. What the hell you need Greinke for? But you went out and got him. Look at the Washington Nationals. Yeah, we lost Bryce Harper. But hell, we got Anibal Sanchez. We got Max Scherzer. We got Steven Strasburg and his 1.10 ERA in the postseason. And this kid Corbin showed out too. We got damn near 4 aces. Who's in the World Series? You trying to tell me that Brian Cashman, who's forgotten more baseball than I'll ever know in my life, you trying to tell me he doesn't know that you got to go out and get pitching? Who the hell watches baseball and think that you can really rely on Severino or Paxton or Happ in the post-damn season? Who the hell thinks that? Evidently, Brian Cashman. And as a result, ladies and gentlemen, it all depends. This is really down to, do the Houston Astros want to win at Yankee Stadium and shut people up, or do they want to win in Houston in front of a raucous, noisy crowd when they capture the pennant? What is their choice? Because that's all this is about at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Yankees not winning this series. You're not beating the Houston Astros 3 straight. Not with Cole and Verlander. It's not going to happen. I pray I'm wrong. I don't think so. It's just not going to happen. And what a damn shame. Another season, another postseason appearance. You know what? We gave it that good old try, John. We gave it that good old try. The Yankees, the most storied franchise in the history of sports, 27 World Series titles, are now a franchise that's completely content with contending. Hey, we gave it the good old try. We put forth that effort. Striking out every other damn bat at a time. Damn near 2 strikeouts every inning. Meanwhile, Houston puts the ball in play, makes you field, tests your defensive resolve, your patience, all of that. Not the Yankees. No, not the Yankees. Not the Yankees. I'm so sick of this. Another season. Down the drain. And the Yankees would beat Washington in my estimation. They would beat the Nationals. The Astros was always standing in their way. And even with 2 Cy Young Award candidates in Verlander and Cole, they still went out and got more pitching. And what the Yankees do? They gave us Brian Cashman in front of the podium. We think we have enough. It's a damn shame. It really, really is. 888-SAY-ESPN. It's 888-729-3776. That was Straight Talk Wireless. Everything for less, only at Walmart. You're listening live to the Stephen A. Smith Show, ESPN Radio, ESPN News. 888-SAY-ESPN. It's 888-729-3776. Back with your phone calls and more before the chairman and CEO of Walt Disney, Bob Iger, comes on the show with yours truly, the Jumpstart Hour number 2. Stick around. Don't touch that dial. Again, it's the Stephen A. Smith Show. ESPN Radio, ESPN News. By now, you've probably heard me talk about my computer career and think, nope, not me. I don't know the first thing about computers. Well, that's okay. You don't have to. Before they started, many of their graduates could turn a computer on and off, and that's about it. Now they're IT professionals. And guess what? You can do it too.